Buckle up gentlemen, we got sponsor for today's video. That's right, it's LDPlayer. What? You haven't downloaded LDPlayer yet? Why the heck not? LDPlayer is my main emulator since it's the most Sigma Android emulator ever. And it has feature that other don't. Like the sync feature that allow you to play multiple account. You can play 2 account at the same time. Heck, even better, 8 account.
Oh my piece.
Anyway, download LDPlayer now, link in description or pinned comment down below. Should you get banned students? Despite both appear to be limited banner, and do you actually need her for the next 6 months of content? The answer is, perhaps no, you don't need them. If you are looking for the student that is rewarding you back some Pyrex in return after using them, then they are here not for you. You see, the popular of uses for both is just a single content, that is the Fury of Set. Currently, you are facing this boss with lighter Zidoma type, and to defeat this boss higher floor, you need this banned students, and that's the comfy way to clear it. But with that said, you don't need to take this content way seriously, since this content don't give Pyrex after losing hair on your head. So, it's safe to say that you are free to skip this banner, but I can't guarantee you that both may be possibly useful in the future content. With that said, let's see about both and what they do. Kazusa banned appear as explosive damage dealer with heavy as her armored type. Her X skill apply attack speed buff by 35% on maximum level to all allies that are inside circular area to her position. The range are small but is enough to buff other 2 DPS at the same time with this range. X skill cost is cheap, has good buff scale and quite long duration than average. Also she gains sugar rush stacks by 2 on max level. But what make her worse on her X skill is took so long to finish, and that took 7 seconds. I mentioned it in before, I forgot to tell you that Eri band also took so long to finish her X skill. Anyway, 7 seconds is indeed long and could loosen her damage in overall if you use her X skill too frequently. Enough talking about her X skill. Basic skill. Every 36 seconds she apply attack buff to herself by 37% on maximum level, last for 26 seconds. The animation lasts for 5 seconds and buff is applied after the animation is finished. Enhanced skill. Increase attack speed by 26% on maximum level, but if you unlock her enhanced skill plus explosive efficiency will be increased by 49%. By unlocking her enhanced skill plus you will see significant difference, and it makes sense that her class is dealer. If you didn't planning to unlock it however, she is near as supporter than a dealer in the field. Sub skill. She deal additional damage by 10% if she have sugar rush stack on her. So far looks good on paper, a dealer class that on near as supporter being. The true potential of her is that you need to unlock her enhanced skill plus to gain maximum explosive damage against light armored. And yes, a lot of tears will be spent as well. If you are into raid that gives you Pyrex, I suggest you to avoid doing that. That content gives you more chances to gain more child and waifu than defeating this on the highest floor. So again, should you get her? Well, no. The other band is Yoshimi band. No need introduction, you know the drill. Her X skill. She apply attack and attack speed buff by 112% on maximum level that last 50 seconds. X skill cost is very expensive and is reasonable for that huge scale of buff. Furthermore, she gains sugar rush stack by 5 and each will disappear every 10 seconds. So 50 second or equal to her buff duration until stacks is completely disappear. Also, X skill animation took almost 7 seconds to finish, and another waste of time if use it way too frequently or out of control. Basic skill. Dealing damage by 966% on maximum level after 10 basic attack. Damage deltas increased by 5% for each sugar rush stacks of allies that's still active, and the maximum stacks is 8. So the more allies gain sugar rush stack that included herself, the more basic skill damage she dealt to the enemy. Is just simple as that. Also, this basic skill is easy to trigger depending how fast her attack speed is, and the more attack speed buff she got are the better. Without attack speed buff would equal or near to 30 seconds. Enhanced skill. A nice attack buff and you could go even better by unlocking her enhanced skill plus, and that could increase her critical damage out. Sub-skill. After 3 basic skill is activated, deal 119% as additional damage. And overall, she is the main DPS for restriction release battle, and the best DPS with high scale of self buff. However, the problem is on her X skill cost. 10x skill cost is way too heavy for regular content other than this restriction release battle. Utilizing her on other content is almost near to impossible due to that cost. So, very useful in that restriction release battle, but that content didn't give you P-Rocks. To be concluded, it is skippable banner if you are not into that restriction release battle and focus on the regular raid instead. If you have excess P-Rocks and planned carefully, it should be fine for you to get at least one of them. But hey, your P-Rocks is your rules. If your Hani will love it, then should be worth the risk, right? What if you do get them, and how do you build her? Planning to clear highest floor, maximizing every skill on both is fine. Also 7 stars or UE40 to be usable at highest floor. Enough yapping. Get them or skip them does not matter, and does not give any impact at all into your account. Beside having difficult time clearing this content, for now. And that should be all. As always, Godspeed.